After some time, Maeve proceeded to the office for a detective meeting. Max, as leader of the detectives, stood at the head of a long oak table. His age-etched face told tales of countless investigations, each wrinkle and line a testament to years dedicated to the pursuit of truth and justice. The ambient light filtering through the windows accented Max's weathered visage. Drawing a steadying breath, he addressed the room filled with detectives. Max began to talk, his voice deep and resonant, echoing slightly in the silence of the room. Max paused, letting his words sink in, his gaze sweeping across the room, ensuring he had everyone's undivided attention. As Maeve took a deep breath to begin, the rest of the detectives leaned forward, pens poised, ready to jot down notes. Alicia took a moment, subtly clearing her throat to draw attention before speaking. Her analytical prowess was known to all, and when she delved into the nuances of human behavior, her observations were never taken lightly. Laszlo, with his characteristic analytical gaze, shifted his attention to Maeve and Alicia. Leaning slightly forward, his fingers laced thoughtfully in front of him, he voiced the question that perhaps many in the room were contemplating. His eyes, sharp and probing, awaited their insights, echoing the curiosity and anticipation of everyone present. Suddenly the air grew heavier, and the room was cast in a palpable silence, the kind that is deafening in its own right, as the gravity of Alicia's words settled in. Max's tone was layered with a subtle gravity that underscored the depth of their current predicament. Everyone in the room, the tapestry of the city's criminal underbelly had been pulled back, revealing a mesh of intrigue and duplicity. Everyone in the room looked to Max to provide a sense of direction amid the chaos. Max's words, both firm and poignant, had the effect of a balm on frayed nerves, refocusing their collective energy. His ability to steer the ship through turbulent waters, even when the tempest threatened to capsize them all, had always been one of his most admired traits. It was precisely in moments like these that his leadership shone brightest. Xander took a moment to steady himself before speaking, his eyes, reflecting the weight of the information he was about to relay, met those of each detective in the room. Xander cleared his throat, continuing to recount their experience to the gathered detectives. Contrast to Xander's palpable agitation. For a brief moment he closed his eyes, as if taking a deep, meditative breath. Without another word, he pointed, his gesture deliberate, towards the entrance of the church. They squinted, strained. His outstretched arm and the weight of his gaze drew Xander and Callista's eyes immediately to the door. They squinted, straining to discern any anomaly, but the doorway stood still and silent, betraying nothing unusual. Callista's voice quivered with a mix of frustration and confusion. But when they redirected their gaze towards the priest's original position, he had vanished, as if swept away by the wind. In his stead, the pristine church they had previously observed was now radically transformed. An oppressive layer of dust blanketed everything, each pew, the altar, and even the once clear stained glass windows. Wild undergrowth and thorny shrubs broke through the cracks in the floor and walls, turning the once sacred space into a derelict shrine reclaimed by nature. The air grew thick with an earthy musk, and the room felt significantly colder. Xander's fingers tightened around the grip of his pistol, although he knew it would be of little use against such inexplicable occurrences. Callista whispered, her voice heavy with trepidation.